Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube family. We are on Collaboration Day. So we're in Wales, so that can only mean one thing. We're hooking it up with my boy Jay from Learn As You Lift. So it's about 8 o'clock. It's about 45 minutes to an hour to get to the gym anyway. We're training at his gym, Empower. So that should be good. You've probably seen it in a couple of his videos. So we shall see you there. But just a quick thing, especially in the UK, you do need to do more. Well, you don't need to do, but I think it's great if you can do collaborations with people if you're in and around their area or they're around your area. So I'd highly recommend that if you travel anywhere, you've got family in other places, hit up social media and see if there's anybody there who, you know, will be willing to train with you, learn from them, you know, and it'd be a great collaboration. You get tips from them and everything else, and you get to grow and meet more people. Sorry, there was a cop car on the hill, I just got to be careful. So yeah, and that's how it's all about. It's the same with me and Jay. Followed him on social media, found out where he's from Wales, so I said, look, I hit it up now and again. Yeah, he's like, yeah, great, as soon as you're down, train. He's do the same if he's down my area. So that's what it's about. It's about networking, about communicating and growing your knowledge from people who have the same passion as you. So I shall see you there, and we're gonna head this up. It's back, buys and deadlifts. Woo! So, good evening guys, but you didn't expect the commentary on this one. So, we're training with Jay. Sorry I didn't get any introductions in, but I'm sure you guys all know Jay by now from Learn As You Lift. There he is in the background. So, we did start off with the lat pull downs as a warm-up, which I explained later exactly what we did. But Jay got me onto this, doing dumbbell rows. He's been doing it, and it's been working really well for him actually. He's got a nice thick back, especially these dead stops. So what it is, you do the normal row, but you actually stop dead at the bottom and let the dumbbell touch the ground and then start the other act. So it's kind of like a rest right at the bottom, and they certainly kill. They really do. So I think we worked out at 30k, went up 35, 40, 45 and then 50k. And then I think we were just messing about going back down. But it was an absolute brutal session this was. I felt like I was ready to quit afterwards. But it was really good, especially thickening up the back as well. So really enjoyed that. Tried getting some different camera angles. I think this is me just bashing out exactly what I could. Looking at this, I do need to work on my form anyway slightly. I think my back's a bit more rounded than I'd like, but this is what's good about it, is filming. You can actually see. My arse crack. Luckily Jay grabbed my camera because we both exactly got the same camera. I got him onto it, the Sony A5100. Awesome camera, awesome bit of kit. So yeah, really focusing on these. I did do the stop ones, but I don't think we had it recorded. So then we went on to these straight arm lat pull downs basically. As you see from Jay's back, it's really working for him, especially his training partner and him being coached by Mike at Empower. So if you are in Wales, definitely check out this gym, it's really good. But what Mike's got him on his training program is definitely working for him, as you can see from his back. It is awesome. The only thing I have issues with these is, depending on the weight, you can slightly isolate your triceps. So what his mate's doing there is, at the top, because it actually doesn't touch the bottom of the rack, you have a little resistance. So as you can see, there is a little gap, and as you're about to come back down for your next rep, the guy actually holds it. So you see, better camera angle here. So see that? So he holds it, and that just gives you that extra stretch at the top. And I tell you what, it feels absolutely amazing, that stretch. And then once you've done it, it's really hard to get back down to actually complete the rep. But no, well worth a go if you do have somebody who can do that for you. They're not putting that much pressure on it, it's just gently stopping you from doing it. Then we moved on to buys. As I said, this was back and buys, so we just quickly did some cable bicep curls, and then we went on to what Jay has already been done, and he decided to show me, which is an absolute nightmare. Now, if you've checked out his channel and his Growing Pains, you would have seen this. Now, I actually think this is called a Swiss bar. First time I've actually seen it and used it. So what you've got here is just lightweight. I think it was just like 5 kilos each side, and then literally palms facing down, no wrist action whatsoever. And then Jay likes to always up it, putting on an extra, and then it's kind of like a hammer curl. So you use the bars inside, you do the hammer curl. Now, it kind of looks like it could be a 21 set, 777, but I tell you what, just by gripping the bar at different angles, definitely isolates different muscle fibers within your biceps. It really does. And then this final one is just plain, it was foreign to me. It was so weird. I didn't know what the hell was going on, especially when I tried this. I think Jay's got footage of me doing it, and I was pretty much crying my eyes out. It was brutal. You would have thought that's pretty simple, and it just wasn't. It was really a nightmare. But if your gym's got this bar, definitely try use it on your biceps, because it is absolutely amazing. And then I think we finished off with some barbell shrugs, just as many as we can do really. I think we failed mainly on grip, so I think I had to rack this and then readjust my grip. Pretty alright. So yeah, so it was a good session. As I say, if you can meet up with other people in your area, hit up social media, let them know you're in your area, and try and meet up with them. Yeah, look at this. I'll tell you what, the last time I saw Jay, I think it was back in the summer, June, July must have been, and he was in pretty good shape then actually. But I tell you what, he's actually definitely, his conditioning's come such a long way now. It really has. Look at that vein popping. So I decided to just finish up with some deadlifts, as always. The guys didn't want to do deadlifts, but you know me, I do like to do my deadlifts. These are a bit weird because they did have bumper plates. So I better shut up because I'm about to talk now. So that was a killer of a workout session. Filmed what I could, didn't film the warm-up sets, which was the lat pull downs. Then we moved on to the dumbbell rows, which was an absolute nightmare. Then we did the straight arm pull downs. That was pretty good. I haven't done them in a while, but it was really good. Gave some tips on doing it without trying to engage the triceps, because I think that's where most people go wrong. So I had some good tips from Jay and his buddy. So, and then we went on to biceps, and I think if you watched Jay's last video, if you're not, make sure you check it out, Learn As You Lift, you would have seen him do biceps with this Swiss bar, I believe it's called. So it's a long bar, rectangle section on the top with loads of hand placements. So you can see in the video how the hand placements were, and I tell you what, just by changing the hand placements makes such a difference on your biceps. It's unreal. And seriously, the weight, we only put 2.5 or even 5 kilos each side. It was brutal, it really was, and never done them before because I've never had the bar in my gym. But yeah, well worth doing. If you've got that bar in your gym, definitely give it a go. So I didn't get to chat on camera with Jay, but so much going on, and plus it being a Sunday, we just wanted to get in. We didn't have much energy. Jay actually had a Domino's last night as well, so he was trying to not throw up at the same time. But overall, it was really good. It was nice catching up with him. Make sure you are subscribed to his channel, because he's got some amazing stuff lined up in the future, which is good. and it's always good catching up with a fellow fitness enthusiast who likes to work out, and you know, we throw ideas around and have a good laugh, and that's what it's about. But yeah, working out at his gym, Empower, which is pretty good. Saw Mike, the owner, who, as you'll see, will train Jay in his Growing Pains, which is an absolutely brilliant series. Make sure you watch that, because what I love about it is you've actually got a trainer actually pretty much yelling and encouraging Jay to push out, work harder, and that is really good. And it's hard to find that, you know, someone who actually has been in the profession, knows what he's talking about, and is teaching someone you actually like to watch, and you know, so it is really good. So definitely check out my boy. So we are now on our way home. It's starting to rain. As always, it's Wales, and thankfully the mother-in-law is cooking Sunday roast dinner. Woo! And I am starving. All I've had is a banana today. So yeah, absolutely brutal. Loved the gunshots, biceps, absolutely pumped from it. Did some deadlifts at the end as well, because it was a pull session, so I did want to throw them in. They're bumper plates, never really used them that much, but it was pretty good. So we're going to head back. This is probably a short video, so we'll get this up and we'll get cracking. See you on the next clip.